The Goddess of Green Energy, adapted from the legend of the Silk Goddess, a Chinese folktale. In a not-so-distant land lived Lady Lizu and her business-minded husband, known to some as the Yellow Emperor of China due to his influence and power. The Empress would often walk around in the heat, searching for patches of shade. Her husband had planted her mulberry trees long ago. She would sit under them nowadays to escape the unbearable heat. One day, she went to her favorite tree and noticed there was barely any shade under it. Upon further inspection, she noticed the leaves were full of holes and covered with a black tar-like substance. Lizu went to another as of yet undamaged tree and pondered what could be the cause of the damaged leaves. She stopped by her husband's office to tell him what she had seen, but overheard him talking in a meeting with his advisors. We're at the point where we open one coal mine every 4 days. Here are the facts. China makes 39.8% of the world's coal. Coal will also account for 80% of our energy production by 2030. We also have 42 gigawatts worth of coal-fired plants under construction and 11 more on the way. Upon hearing this, Lizu was horrified. How could her husband be creating and admiring such horrible things that were wrecking the beautiful trees he had given her? As she cried in her garden, she noticed the flow of the stream into her garden's water wheel. She saw, as if for the first time, the wind shaking the trees, felt a powerful gust whip her hair around, and she gained an idea. What if they used the swiftness of the coursing river to power their lights? What if the wind could be harnessed to replace their growing coal plants? Upon racing back to her husband with her ideas, the rest of the board laughed in her face. Why switch when the coal mines, both legal and illegal, were making them so much money? She fell silent and simply laid the blackened and battered leaf in front of her husband, showing a consequence of this coal. Her husband grasped her hand and promised to work with her to close coal mines down and find better ways to give their country energy. Even now, Lizu and her husband battle the board to bring China to the peak of renewable energy. Currently, China has approximately $32 billion invested in foreign renewables, an increase of 60%. Overall in clean energy, they've invested $100 billion. There are still some problems with the coal, however, as almost 21% of wind power in the first half of 2016 was wasted because of the reliance and prioritization of coal. Nevertheless, lies do persist and is known to the people of China as the goddess of green energy because of the change and hope she has brought to them.